Jake, thank you. New at 3, Tennessee is preparing for the potential elimination of the U.S. Department of Education. A new task force met this week to discuss whether the state can afford the K-12 programs the feds currently fund. This as Governor Bill Lee's school voucher program kicks off for the new school year. Here to talk more about the state of education in Memphis and Shelby County, our Representative Gabby Salinas and Shelby County Commissioner Charlie Caswell. Good to have you both here on the News at 3. How's everybody doing?
Good to be here.
Good to be here,
Good.
especially in person.
In person, Gabby, finally.
Let's start with the screen.
I know. Let's start with you, especially the governor's voucher program. Is this a win for the state of Tennessee, or is this a win for Memphis and Shelby County, or how do you see this?
Well, I don't think it's a win for anybody, really. We're talking about dismantling one of the biggest departments that we have. At the state level, education is the #1 spending item on our budget. So, and you know, I always say if we could get education and healthcare right, that would go such a long way to solving all of our problems. And what we're seeing is this really big effort that is going to amplify in privatization and away from funding public schools and making sure that everybody, regardless of their income, regardless of where they come from or what their beliefs are, has access to a free public education. We're going to go see that be challenged and diminished with the proposals that we're seeing come down, not only from the federal level, but at the state level as well.
Commissioner Charlie Caswell, how do you see this kind of playing out, especially the vouchers' impact on Memphis, Shelby County schools?
Yeah, again, as this, I was talking about this before on Channel 3. When we talk about the impact, I think it will be a win for some of the people who already got their kids in private school who can afford it. It won't be a win for the people who are lower income, who cannot afford even the extra amount of money that's needed for a child to go to private school. And so, unfortunately, that's what we're looking at. And that's why on the local level, I felt like we had to make some investments on the local level to help families. If we want them to see, if we believe that that's the best thing for our kids to take the vouchers, then we need to put some more skin in the game for them to have it. We didn't do that locally, and we're seeing the cut from the federal, and now the state got a different game.
So, Representative, can there be or should there be more of a connection between the state and local when it comes to issues like education? Oh,
absolutely. I think we need to be, because, you know, this is not only a state issue, but it's the county that's doing a lot of the work in terms of funding and working with the school boards. We don't get to decide a lot of that at the state level. We decide more of the bigger picture stuff. And there's many aspects of the voucher bill that are unconstitutional, especially when it comes to access to kids with disabilities, access to undocumented kids, or kids that come from different backgrounds. So not only we're going to be promoting a system that wants to educate and uplift the few, and there is no cap on how much someone can make and qualify for vouchers. So if Elon Musk wanted to send all his kids using vouchers to a school here, a private school in Tennessee, he could.
With that in mind, that's the perfect transition there. Obviously, one of the biggest debates, especially just this week, Elon Musk, XAI, helping to fund some repairs, especially deferred maintenance of several Memphis Shelby County schools. You know, there's been some pushback, Charlie.
Yeah.
Some people saying, wait a minute, you know, MSCS, you know, the school board sold out on this matter. How do you see it?
I see it. Again, the school board is not a funding source. We, the county, the state is. When you talk about almost $1 billion in deferred maintenance, they was in trouble if they did, in trouble if they didn't. And I think they made the right choice to invest in these children and families into these schools. If you're going to wait on the county that did not raise not one penny to invest into our children, knowing there's a deferred maintenance of $1 billion, we're leaving our children for the next generation to continue to get worse. And I believe, again, for other business should follow suit and invest in our kids. Valero and other business been there putting things in the earth for years, but we have not complained about that. We are right now have an opportunity to put some money into schools in our community, and they need to look at.
And what about these schools? Are they, I just got a phone call before we came on the air, and they were saying, Alex, these schools are pretty dilapidated,
Yeah.
for lack of a better way to put it. How do you see it?
It's big time. I mean, that's the reason why the fight for Fraser to get a new high school, when you walked into trees and a hole in the wall, mold, I even hate for them to go back this year. I wish we had that new school built already. We shouldn't be sending children in school with so much hopelessness and expect for them to have such great hope for their future.
Representative, how do you see it? Should XAI be involved in this process if they're going to be here?
When it comes to all of this, I'm very cautious to trust outsiders, but to Commissioner Caswell's point of the money has to come from somewhere, and I know you and other people tried to fight for increased funding at the county level, and that didn't happen. Absent of that, we need to provide more ideas of how to fund these deferred maintenance, because it is unimaginable and inhumane to expect our kids to learn in these conditions.
So what are some of our local answers? I mean, if people are still opposed to XAI, Elon Musk, can we take the politics out? Where are some of the other solutions there?
I think that the other solutions is, one, we have to be bold on our level. When I look at our municipalities, they were bold. Bartlett was bold. They put extra money tax rate. Germantown, Collierville, they raised their tax rate to make sure they invest into the future of their children and families. We felt the opportunity on Shelby County Commission to do that for our children and families. So we just got to be bold. People are going to be mad if you do, mad if you don't, but we have to look towards the future, what these kids are dealing with right now. Many of the people who are mad about it, they've been out of these schools 30, 40 years. These schools are not the same, and we have to make investments.
Last word is yours, Gabby. How do you see
We
it?
need non-regressive tax increases. That is, we have a financial problem and that needs to get addressed, and we can't do that with the tax base that we have. So corporate tax.
All right, very quickly here. I know you have a back in session event coming up this weekend, Charlie.
This Friday, right there at Legacy of Legends in the Fraser community, we have back to school event from 4 o'clock to 6 p.m. August the 1st. Come on out. We got plenty of school supplies. We want to be a blessing to our children and families as they get ready to go back to school.
Charlie Caswell, always good to see you. Gabby Salinas, so glad to have you here in person finally.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, sir.
A short break. We will be back in just a moment.